A rivalry that has been going on for over 20 years is now about to come to an end. Sega's Blue Blur and Nintendo's Mr. Video Game are finally here to settle their unfinished business. That being said, welcome to episode 10 of Cartoon Fight Club, our first sudden death round. Keep in mind, this is part 3 to the 3-part series between Mario and Sonic. So if you haven't seen part 1 or part 2, I highly urge that you go check out those episodes first. If you have seen those 2 episodes, then let's not waste any time and go straight into the specs. Let's meet Cartoon Fight Club's 10th round of fighters. As said earlier, this episode is going to feature Mario and Sonic settling their unfinished business. This battle is also going to have power-ups and prep time. Now, let's start the discussion off with Mario. Since we already discussed Mario's physical attributes, power-ups, and battle strategies, for this episode we are going to talk about 2 final topics. We are first going to debunk claims made by Sonic fanboys, and then we are going to talk about Mario's final forms. Please keep in mind that there is a huge difference between a fan and a fanboy, and both Mario and Sonic have fans and fanboys of their own. The first claim made by Sonic fanboys is that just because Sonic is faster, Mario will never be able to lay a finger on him. Let me explain why this claim is false on so many levels. I will start by saying that with Sonic's speed of Mach 1, it is difficult to land attacks on him, but it's not impossible. The main reason why it's not impossible is because Mario is actually quite fast himself. He's definitely not faster than Sonic, but he still is fast. That being said, let's observe some examples on how fast Mario truly is. In this scene, we can observe that Mario does have the speed to outrun Samus's Super Missile. According to the original Metroid Zero Mission manual, the Super Missile can travel approximately 550 miles per hour. Mario is also fast enough to run directly up walls. If Mario can reach speeds over 500 miles per hour, he can attack Sonic with no problem. But let's not forget to factor in Mario's stamina. Thanks to Mario's bad eating habits, he has a subpar stamina rate. He can only travel at high speeds for a short period of time, unlike Sonic, who can travel at Mach 1 for weeks on end without losing a single breath. Another claim made by Sonic fanboys is that Mario is not fast enough to dodge any of Sonic's attacks. This is false because Mario has extremely fast reflexes. He can dodge sound waves and lasers. With Mario's expert fighting skill, he should have little to no problem dodging Sonic's attacks. Now that we have finished debunking these claims, let's discuss Mario's final forms. For this battle, Mario is going to stick with his big guns, that is the Metal Cap and the White Tanooki suit. In part 2, we already talked about the traits of these power-ups. So for part 3, I'm going to mainly emphasize on how Mario is able to have these power-ups with him. Many of you were questioning how Mario was able to use his White Tanooki suit without dying multiple times. This is an easy question to answer. Mario is able to carry power-ups with him from his previous adventures. Also, these fighters were given prep time for their battles, so Mario was able to prepare and do whatever he needed to make sure he had the power-ups right before the fight even began. Some of you were also questioning the durability of Mario's White Tanooki suit. I have mentioned in the previous episode that the White Tanooki suit is invulnerable to almost anything. However, Mario can still die with the suit on. He can lose the suit if he falls into lava. Because the last fight was in the Green Hill Zone, there was no lava to be found anywhere, therefore this was not a problem at all. Overall, Mario is fast enough to keep up with Sonic, and he has the fighting skill to counter and dodge many of Sonic's attacks. Now it is time to discuss Sonic the Hedgehog. We will debunk claims made by Mario fanboys and go over Sonic's final form. The first claim made by Mario fanboys is that Mario is durable enough to survive a supernova, therefore Sonic will never be able to hurt Mario because Sonic is not as powerful as a supernova. This claim is only partially true. The true part of this claim is that Mario is durable enough to survive a supernova. The false part of this claim is saying that Mario cannot get hurt by attacks weaker than a supernova. When Mario was faced by that supernova, he was at full health. As explained in part 1 of this battle, Mario can quickly lose his durability over a period of time due to prolonged attacks. And if Mario is not feeling his best, he can easily die from a few touches from the Goombas. Usually this is not the case, especially since he is given prep time for this fight. The second claim made by Mario fanboys is that Mario is far stronger than Sonic, so Mario would easily kill Sonic with a few punches. Again, this claim is only partially true. The true part to this claim is that Mario is far stronger than Sonic. Mario can easily lift well over 100,000 tons, while Sonic can only lift around 10 tons. The false part to this claim is that it would take much more than a few punches to kill Sonic. Sonic is durable enough to survive the impact of a black hole. Sonic may not be as strong as Mario, but he is extremely durable. Now that we have finished debunking these claims, let's discuss Sonic's final form. For this battle, Sonic is going to use something he wasn't able to use in the last battle, and that is Hypersonic. The main reason why Hypersonic wasn't used in the last battle is because the last battle featured Classic Sonic. Classic Sonic cannot transform into Hypersonic, and he cannot use Chaos Control. This battle is going to feature Modern Sonic, who can both go Hyper and use Chaos Control. Hypersonic is twice as fast and twice as powerful as Supersonic. Supersonic can travel the speed of light. This means that Hypersonic can travel 1.3 billion miles per hour. Hypersonic also has the ability to teleport objects and enemies into specific places. The only problem with Hypersonic is that Hypersonic has an extremely short time span. Sonic can only stay hyper for about 1 minute, unlike the original Supersonic, as long as he had the right amount of rings. So it is going to be interesting to see how a limited Hypersonic is going to pit up against an unlimited White Tanooki Mario. Overall, Sonic does have powerful attacks that can hurt Mario, and Sonic is durable enough to keep up with Mario's strength. And now, let's get ready for the fight. This sudden death battle is going to take place in the final destination. Keep in mind that each fighters are given 1 week's worth of prep time. Let the battle begin!
Ready? Go!
Come on, piece of cake!
Here we go!
And it looks like the winner of the sudden death round is... Well, let's talk about it. Let's first explain what actually happened during the last part of this fight. Once Hypersonic knew that Tanooki Mario was going to outlast him in terms of staying super, Hypersonic did the one and only thing he had to do to get rid of White Tanooki Mario. And that was go into a suicide mission. The only way that Sonic was going to be able to defeat White Tanooki Mario is to teleport both himself and Mario towards the sun. That way the sun's lava would be able to destabilize White Tanooki Mario. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why did Sonic have to teleport himself towards the sun? And this can be explained very simply. Mario would have survived the impact of the sun if he was there by himself. The sun's lava was only strong enough to get rid of White Tanooki Mario. It was not powerful enough to actually kill Mario. Mario would have also been able to escape as he was able to hold his breath and float away to safety. But with Hypersonic around, Hypersonic was there to knock Mario right back into the sun, eventually killing him. Now I still know what you're thinking. Why didn't Hypersonic teleport Mario deep into the sun? And this can also be explained simply. In order to accomplish a task like that, Hypersonic would need his Hyper friends such as Hyper Tails and Hyper Shadow. Hyper Shadow and Hyper Tails would have helped Sonic teleport large objects such as a big chunk of the sun's lava into Mario. But because Hypersonic was all by himself, he only had the ability to teleport small objects, such as sending Mario to the cusp of the sun instead of deep into the sun. Now it still begs the question, why and how did Sonic die? That answer is clear and simple. Hypersonic's short time span could not last the whole mission of sending Mario to the sun. Hypersonic loses power and energy as his hyper form goes on. Therefore, towards the end of his hyper form, he actually becomes slower and weaker. And by the time his form ran out, he was just not powerful enough to escape the sun's gravity, therefore having the heat of the sun ultimately killing him. So now for the final question. Who won this fight? Well, this brings us to the technical winner versus the theoretical winner debate. Theoretically, this is a tie because both fighters died in the deathmatch. But technically, because Mario did die first, our technical winner is Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic was quick enough to kill Mario before the sun killed both of them. But that does not clear up everything. Let's do a final review of this series as a whole. In round 1, the Mario Bros took the victory. In round 2, the result was a tie. And in round 3, Sonic technically took the victory. Therefore, each fighter was given one victory apiece and one tie. Which means, overall, everything is still a tie. That being said, there's only one way to truly end this Mario vs. Sonic debate, and that is total warfare. So if you want to see total warfare between all the Mario characters and all the Sonic characters at once in one final war to the end, comment down below the word Total War. And if this episode gets 1,000 Total War comments, there will be a total war between all of the Mario characters and all of the Sonic characters. Doing something like this is going to be a huge project that Cartoon Fight Club is gladly and ready to bring, but I want to make sure that the fans would want to see a total war, so I am going to be asking for a lot of comments. Also, don't forget to comment down below some suggestions for future Cartoon Fight Club episodes. They may even become a future episode of Cartoon Fight Club. Stay tuned, because the next fighters are going to be revealed. On the next episode of Cartoon Fight Club, it is time for America's most two famous cartoon dads finally fight to the death. Homer Simpson versus Peter Griffin. Coming soon to an Animation Rewind YouTube channel near you.